It has been so long since I used this camera for YouTube, but hello. I'm just gonna look and see when I uploaded a YouTube video last, because I honestly feel like it's been about 2 years. How do you see the date it was uploaded? 23rd of August 2023 I uploaded my endometriosis story. I did upload a video before my last surgery last year, but I've actually since removed that because I spoke way too highly of the surgeon that was about to do my surgery, which I now know she was not as qualified as I big her up to be. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna do my makeup and get ready for the day because I need to film an ad. I thought we could just chat, catch up about life, and yeah. For primer, I'm going to use the Maybelline Grippy Primer. I'm actually going to start filming on my phone as well. So since we last caught up, I actually got married, which is just insane. We got married in Portugal in September 2024. It was so amazing. I don't really feel like I did much content on it, to be honest. I didn't want the wedding to feel like a job, and I didn't want to feel like I had like loads to edit after the wedding and like pressure to get things up straight away. So I didn't actually upload that much. Like I did a couple of vlogs. We did have a content creator who helped get kind of like behind the scenes stuff and things like that. But yeah, I really didn't want the wedding to feel like work. So if you haven't already seen, there are little bits on my socials, but not loads. My face is way more pale than my body because when I go on holiday, I always just wear a hat that covers my face because I don't want to get sun damage on my face. I also do have a bit of fake tan on my body as well. Everything's just a bit mismatched. It's also, I don't know why I've decided to film this today as well, because it's literally 30 degrees outside and I'm absolutely sweltering. I can't have the window open because the thought of my neighbours hearing me film is like the most embarrassing thing ever. This is my all-time favourite concealer. It's the Lancome one, and this has been running out for about 2 years, I want to say, but it's just a gift that keeps on giving. Like every time I pull it out, like it looks completely dry, but every time I use it, it just seems to have just a little bit more. So yeah, another big life change, life update, I guess. So after the wedding in like October, November kind of time, I kind of felt like I had space in my brain again to kind of address my ongoing kind of mental health struggles and kind of things that have always been at the back of my brain that I've never really had time or energy or like the confidence to kind of address. But after the wedding, I felt like, yeah, I just had that ability to kind of do more. And I reached out to my doctors to ask for a ADHD and autism assessment. I really haven't spoken about this much online at all because, to be honest, it terrifies me. It feels like a whole new realm of like conversations and yeah, just stuff that I don't know how to talk about yet. So that was a lot. So you do loads of paperwork and things like that. I had to go down the right to choose avenue because my GP said he wouldn't refer me through the NHS because it's just too backed up. So yeah, I did the right to choose thing, and yeah, I had my assessments earlier this year. So I had my ADHD assessment in March, I think it was, and then I had my autism assessment in May. I have since been diagnosed with both, so yeah, I guess that's quite a big thing. But yeah, I don't know how to talk about it. I don't know when I'll be able to talk about it. Like, I don't know. Basically, I want to start therapy, and hopefully I'm going to be starting that either this week or next week. And I feel like doing that and talking about it in confidence in like a safe space will give me more confidence to talk about it online, because I don't know how to. Like, I don't want to say the wrong thing ever, and yeah, I'm just really nervous basically about talking about it. This is another makeup product that again has been running out for months. Literally, I can't even, okay, just broke it even more. I can't even spin this up anymore. It's what is it, Nude Sticks? Nude Sticks is actually a foundation stick, but I use it for my contour bronzer, and it is so empty. I literally have to shove the brush in and just hope that a little bit comes off. It's just the perfect shade. I have briefly spoken about those kind of diagnoses in like little bits in like random vlogs and stuff, but I just haven't had the confidence to kind of do like a sit down video to be like, hi, I've been diagnosed with this. Also, is my camera really low? I don't know. You're literally balanced on a notebook, an Instax camera case, a parcel box, an ISO clean box, and a candle, and then it's my camera. I do have a tripod, but I couldn't find the little bit that goes in the camera to then put it on the tripod. So there we are. So yeah, that happened also in maybe February time, maybe January, I can't really remember exactly. I also haven't planned this video at all, so I'm just kind of saying things as they come to my brain. Earlier this year, I wanted to reach out to a private surgeon for my endometriosis because my symptoms were completely unmanageable. I did have surgery so let me talk in like dates so it's a bit more clear. I did have surgery in April of 2024. That was NHS, and I was told that it was an endo specialist, or kind of like led to believe it was an endo specialist, but it wasn't. And unfortunately, all I had done was adhesions cut away and no endo was found. But I was still suffering massively with endo symptoms. Like when it came to ovulation and my period, it was just like completely unmanageable. And yeah, earlier this year I was like, I'm just gonna reach out to Peter Barton-Smith, who my friend actually had surgery with last year, and she's had incredible results. So I reached out to him and he was like, let's get you booked in for a scan and a consultation and just see where you're at. This is the most like high level, like intricate scan I've ever had, and it's an internal ultrasound, but the sonographer is just like worlds above anyone I've ever seen in terms of his knowledge of endometriosis and kind of what he's looking for, what he shows you, what he talks you through. Like it was like a half an hour scan. He shows you like everything, like your kidneys, your urethras, like shows you how everything works and shows you anything he's concerned about. That then gets sent to Peter Barton-Smith, and you then discuss the kind of findings with him and discuss what your kind of options are going forward. Basically, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head where the deep endo was found. I want to say it was on my uterosacral ligament, but that I might be getting mixed up with something else, but I think it was that. And if I go on my phone to get up the results, I'll get distracted by something on my phone and I won't come back to filming this, so I'm just going to go with that. If I can remember, I'll put it on screen. But yeah, an area of deep endo was found, or what looked like deep endo was found. Obviously they can't confirm it 100% from an ultrasound, but it did look like there was some endo there. And also everything on my left side was very stuck with adhesions. So yeah, was kind of expecting that. I think anyone with endometriosis, especially if you've had surgery, you can pretty much guarantee that you're gonna have adhesions, and things are gonna be stuck that shouldn't be stuck. Oh, this is my all-time favorite blush. I feel like everything I'm saying is my all-time favorite. It's because I've got a makeup bag packed. I've been away this weekend, so like all of my favorites are in one place, so that's all I'm reaching for. This is the Refry cream blush in citrine. I can't be bothered to get another brush out, so I'm just gonna use the bronzer one. So yeah, went over the results. He was like, think I can see deep endo based on, you know, your history and stuff. It's a good chance that it is. If you want to have surgery, it's going to be like just over £10,000, and yeah, just kind of go away, have a think and do what you need to do. He also talked through like things like a FODMAP diet, hormones, different things like that. But like I have tried a lot of things with endo, and I kind of knew in my heart that surgery was going to be putting me in the best place to go forward. But obviously £10,000 is an insane amount of money, so it just felt like a lot. I came away from the conversation feeling really like good, in terms of it was so nice to speak to someone who is a genuine expert in endometriosis, and all they actually care about is making sure you're pain-free, or doing everything that he can to make sure that you're pain-free. Unfortunately, you don't always get that when you speak to other professionals. After thinking long and hard, I decided I was going to have the surgery, and I was going to have it later this year, probably like September, October time, because I'm also a wedding content creator and I had weddings booked this summer. I didn't think there would be enough recovery time and also enough time to get the money together. Oh, sorry, this is the NYX brow glue in dark brown. Yeah, dark brown. Again, gone through 4 or 5 of these, just love them. Yeah, decided I was going to have surgery later on in the year and just kind of put that to the back of my mind. And then fast forward like maybe a couple of months, February, March, April. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, fast forward a couple of months. I was speaking to my mum after having like the most horrific flare up. I was taking tramadol. Like I'm just completely, like my flare ups then were just completely debilitating. Like I'd just be crying all the time, like from pain and just not able to live, and it was just awful. I spoke to my mum and she was like, why don't you do it next month? Because I had a window of about 4.5 weeks where I didn't have any weddings, I didn't have any plans that I couldn't kind of reschedule. I reached out to the surgeon. I was like, is that something you could do? Can you fit me in like 4 or 5 weeks? And he said yeah. So I then had surgery. I don't really want to make this a whole endo video, but yeah, I did have the surgery. That made it my 3rd surgery in 3.5 years, which is just absolutely nuts. That experience as a whole was just so different to NHS surgeries I've had. It was just like honestly worlds apart. I feel so lucky and so incredibly grateful to have had that experience and to know what it's like to actually be cared for when it comes to your health, because I don't think I've ever wholeheartedly had that when it comes to endo. And that is not to slam the NHS in any way. Like I'm so grateful for the NHS, but I think when it comes to women's health, they are so stretched, and there also just isn't the training and level of expertise in the NHS, in my experience, compared to privately. And yeah, Peter Barton-Smith will be the only person that ever operates on me going forward. I'm just going to set those cream products in place with the all-nighter setting spray. I've just seen loads of like stuff about this though that I didn't actually realise. So Scandinavia actually own this, I was going to say recipe, formula. And if you just buy it directly from Scandinavia, it's like so much cheaper. So now you know. Because now Urban Decay have bought back the rights to their all night, or I don't know what it is, but they've like reformulated it so it's not in collaboration with Skindinavia anymore. I love this setting spray, so I'm just going to buy it from Skindinavia now, and apparently it's loads cheaper. Before I move on to anything else, I'm just going to see if there's any questions about endo I can answer. Hey, have you still got the Marina coil? Do you get random spotting for a few months after op? I do still have the Marina coil. I've had one since 2021. I love it as a contraceptive. I think it's the best one that's ever worked for me. Don't have any side effects. My bleeding is so minimal compared to it being so heavy before I had it, and I don't get any mental health side effects, so that's a win for me. Random spotting for a few months after the op, yeah, I'd say that's fairly normal. Your cycle and periods will typically be like quite all over the place, so I'd say that is normal. How long did it take to feel normal after surgery, and how long did it take the stitches to dissolve? So I didn't have stitches this time, but typically I think they take about 3 weeks. I might be wrong, again, I'm not a medical professional, but I think about 3 weeks. I'm feeling normal after surgery. So I had surgery on the 6th of May, and then on the 6th of June, I think it was, I went on a hen do. Like, I don't drink, and it wasn't really like a crazy hen do anyway. It was quite chilled in terms of, I went back home like after dinner and stuff. Like, I didn't go out into like the clubs or anything. I was still extremely tired. Like, I'm really struggling with fatigue even now, I'd say. Where are we now? August, May, June, July, August. I'm 3 months post-op now. That's insane. And I'd say I'm still struggling with fatigue, but I think that is just an endo symptom anyway. So yeah, after like 4 weeks I was up and about. I didn't leave the house for about 2.5, 3 weeks, I think. It took me a long time to leave the house to have any strength or any ability like to properly stand, and like I need to do my makeup. How long after endo excision surgery do you notice improvements? So, where's my powder? So my surgeon said expect your periods to be a bit all over the place for the first like 3 to 6 months, and pain to be heightened, pain to be the same, different as pre-surgery. My first period after surgery was absolutely mental, off the chart pain. Like, it was, I think I have a video on my TikTok. It was genuinely crazy. This is a Charlotte Tilbury press powder in 2, I think. Yeah, medium. Yeah, first period was nuts. Second period was also painful, but not as bad. And I've just had my third one. It was okay, like still painful, but it's just so different. I think you almost forget kind of how bad the pain was when you get pain now. So this period, I think I took painkillers once, and it was 1 cocodamol and 1 paracetamol with a ibuprofen. That is like worlds apart, like from what it was, but it's still painful. What I will say is ovulation has been extremely painful all throughout the last 3 months. I'm hoping that does die down, because I do have ovulation pain usually, but this has been quite crazy. But yeah, it's normal to have heightened pain or continued pain for a fair amount of time after surgery. So yeah, I feel like I've been speaking about endo for ages, and it's hard because I feel like that's what a lot of people follow me for, but I didn't want to make this like a whole endo video. So moving on, I'd say quite a big, oh, this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is definitely expired. I've had this since I think 2020, maybe 2021, but I'm really trying to use up like makeup products, and I don't really care if it's expired. So yeah, we are using it. Another big life update is that we are moving house in 6 weeks. We're going to be out of this house, which is absolutely insane. I do not feel one slightest bit prepared or ready to accept that we're going to be moving out. The biggest worry for me and stress is that we're moving out of St Albans. I love it here. Like, so I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Bedfordshire in like a smallish town, and then went to uni in Liverpool, and then after uni moved to London, stayed in London for like 3 years I think, and then moved out to St Albans, and this is my favourite place I've ever lived. I feel so safe here. It is, honestly, I just feel so lucky and grateful to live here. But to put it bluntly, we want to be able to save more money and live with more money, and we just can't do that living here. Our rent here, I don't mind being open up front about it because it's just a reality. Our rent here is over £2,000 a month. It's £2,100 plus bills. It is insane. Like, that is not a nice amount of money to be paying out every month, and we don't want to do it anymore. So we are moving out of St Albans. I hope that we can return one day when we're multi-millionaires. We'll be able to buy here one day and retire here or something. But yeah, it's just not sustainable for us. That means we've got to move out of St Albans, which I'm very, very sad about. I'm not going to say where we're going to be moving to, just because it's a much smaller area, and you know, I value my safety. So but yeah, we're moving out of Hertfordshire, out of St Albans, and I'm sad. Oh, that was the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, by the way. Again, another holy grail for me. And then this is the Vive blush in Pesca. I feel like this powder blush with the Refi citrine is such a nice combo because they're similar. They're like, forgive how crusty dusty that is, but do you see kind of like the shades are quite similar? I feel like they just complement each other well. But yeah, we're moving out. It's all a bit stressful. We don't really know what's going on at the moment. This is our first time entering the property ladder. Like, we've always rented and we are trying to buy, and it's hard. It's hard work. But yeah, all of that is going on, and while I feel very grateful, it's also a lot, and I'm not good with change. So the thought of just not living in this area anymore, and this house, I adore this house. It is the cutest little, like, it's a little terrace house, like a little cottagey kind of vibe. All the old like original flooring is here, and I just love it. I love this house. I'm so sad to leave, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. And my hair is so ugly. But yeah, that is a big update for us. I'm just gonna pop some of this Clarins lip oil on my lips so they don't look as sad. Okay, sorry if the angle or lighting or anything has changed. It shut off for some reason. I don't know if it got too hot, so I'm going to try and be quick. This is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. Other than that, I feel like that is all the life updates. I feel like that is a lot, like a lot of change, a lot has happened. And yeah, it's all like mostly really positive. It's been a hard year, like mentally, it's been a hard year. My mental health at the moment, I wouldn't say is particularly good, but I am trying to like do things about it. I haven't really looked into it, but I do feel like my mood is extremely low, horribly depression kind of levels low when I'm on my period. I don't know if PMDD is something I need to look into, or I don't know enough about it to say too much on it, but I just do really feel like a difference when I'm on my period. Like, it's scary how horrible and low I feel. So if anyone has any advice on PMDD, or just any information on it, I'd be very, very grateful. So hard to do your mascara and talk. Someone messaged me the other day asking me why I don't like post cleaning content anymore, and I think it's really weird because I love cleaning content. It's one of the things I consume the most on social media, but I don't know, I feel like really weird about it because because cleaning content was the thing that I did so much when I was depressed and when I was struggling like 4 or 5 years ago. That was what I leaned into the most, and I don't know. Oh, there's 2 white butterflies. I don't know what it is about it now. Like, I just feel like I don't really have my place in like clean talk anymore, and whereas I felt like I was really kind of immersed in that before. And yeah, I feel like I kind of accidentally fell into like women's health and endo kind of content, but now I feel like I struggle like a lot less with my endo pain. I'm like, what do I do now? Because I feel like I just don't have any kind of niche, and like, I'm someone that's so in my own head. Like, I talk myself out of filming every single day. I'll go to film something and I'll literally be like, no one cares, shut up, no one cares, shut up, shut up, shut up. And then I'll just sit there and I won't film for days, weeks on end, which is really not ideal considering this is my job. So I'm hoping that like more chatty, chilled back, laid back videos like what you can do on YouTube will help me. I am also filming on my phone just in case, I don't know, I can repurpose the content onto other platforms, but I just feel like I really need to just let go and not care about what I post, and like, not everything needs to be a 2-minute video that's really polished and with a perfect voiceover. Like, sometimes you can just post in the moment about what you're thinking, and yeah, I'm really bad for that. I don't really want properly lined lips, but I just want to go over the Cupid's bow. So this is Barry M Toast. If you followed me for a long time, you know this is my OG lip liner. I have actually got another OG lip liner now. I don't know where it is. I need to order some more. It is called Elle. This is by Elf, and I think it's called Truth or Bear. I keep getting mixed up with another one that I have. No, it's not Truth or Bear, because this is Truth or Bear and it's not that. If I can remember the name, I'll put it on screen. But it is so nice. I wore it for my wedding day and then I've just been obsessed with it ever since. But Barry M Toast is a really good like natural one on me. It just adds a little something. I can't really see that well in the viewfinder, so hopefully I look alright. And then I'm just going to put a bit more Clarins lip oil on because I love this. And yeah, I feel like that is the life update that I needed to do, and I feel like I really want to get back into YouTube. If this video makes it to the internet, please give it a like and please subscribe, because that is big. I have a whole video that I filmed after my second endo surgery. I kind of documented my whole recovery and the next few days after recovery. I have edited about half of it, but it's actually really traumatic and really difficult for me to look back on, especially knowing what I know now, that time was just awful. My recovery was so bad and I was so poorly that it actually, I haven't been able to finish editing it. And I think that's also why I haven't really been able to like come back to YouTube, because that feels like it's not done, and it's not, I never finished that video, so I'm like, I feel like I can't do another. But yeah, it's time to move on. Life is so different now and so much better. So yeah, that is me ready to just film a video. This is like my everyday makeup at the moment. I have been wearing this even like when I go out, because I can't be asked for foundation anymore. I feel like I've really outgrown foundation because who can be asked? I just want minimal. This is literally on the base, it's just concealer and cream bronze and cream blush, and then obviously like powdered in, but maybe to some people that is still a lot, but for me this is way less. So yeah, that's me already, and thanks so much for watching. I feel really nervous. I don't even know how to end this video, but yeah, if you want to see moving vlogs, or if there's any content actually in particular that you want to see, I can't get over how grim my hair is. If there's any content in particular that you do want to see, let me know. It's actually so helpful when people say what they want to see, because otherwise I just feel like I just get in my own head again and I'm like, no one cares, no one wants to see anything. So yeah, it's really helpful. Yeah, moving content, endo content, things with Andre, I don't know, whatever you want to see, let me know. But that is me over and out. Ugh, I never say that, I don't know why I said that. Okay, gotta go, bye.